It's been a minute. Hey guys, my name is Miranda and welcome to my universe. Today I'm going to be doing a fun video because I need a fun video right now. For some of you, you already know that I haven't posted for the past 2 weeks and you're probably thinking, Miranda, what the heck? The month of February for me was probably one of the busiest months I've ever had. Ever since the start of this semester, I feel like senior year for me, completely intensified, and all of my teachers decided to throw homework at me, and then my boss was throwing hours at me, and then I am now interning at a vet clinic, which is so fun, but now all of my free time is just not there. So yes, I did not read a lot last month. I only read 2 books and my goal was to read 8, so that was pretty upsetting. I was really upset at myself and I feel like I was just putting myself under too much pressure, and I've come to the realization that hey, it's not that big of a deal, Miranda. It's a new month, so a fresh start. Hopefully my schedule will start settling itself and calming down. I'll get back in the habit of reading more, so that is my goal. But overall, February, it was insane and crazy, but honestly, I think it was one of the best months I've ever had in my life. I made so many more friends and so many new fun memories, and I'm just really excited for the rest of senior year and for college, honestly. I used to not be excited for college, but now I'm kind of at the point where it's yeah, bring it on. So yeah, February, it was a very mixed month for me. All right, so now that I have rambled on for ages, I think it's time for the exciting part of this video, and that is the Q&A. I just want to give a shout out to my dad for letting me use his phone to record so that I can actually use my phone for the questions. You're the best, Dad. Thank you so much. Okay, so I know that I didn't ask you guys specifically for Q&A questions, but I did go on my Instagram and I asked my followers to ask me book-specific questions. Not all of them did, okay? Some of them asked me the most random questions ever, and I'm still going to answer them. But they did ask me a lot of really good book questions too. I think I should start with the random ones and then I'll move on to the bookish questions. Is cereal a soup? That one's tripping me up. Is a cereal a soup? Soup, a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables, etc. in stock or water. You know what? No. Cereal's not a soup. There we go, you have your answer. What is your favorite song at the moment? Good question. For a while, my favorite song has been Sick Boy by the Chainsmokers.
I don't believe in narcissism. When everyone projects and expects you to listen to, make no mistake, I live in a prison. That I built myself with is my religion. And they say that I am the sick boy. Easy to say when you don't take the risk, boy. Welcome to the narcissism. But we can hide under our indifference. On the east side of America.
I don't know, I really like that song. All right, next one. Where did all my happiness go? This is my cousin. Okay, listen. I don't know where your happiness went. I really don't. Maybe you should get some help. I think that's all of the questions that didn't have to do with books. So now let's move on to the bookish questions. I'm really excited for this. Someone asked, do you like series more or standalone books? Why? I go through moods where sometimes I really want to get in a series, and then other times I really just want to read a bunch of standalone books. But overall, I think I'm gonna have to say I like series more because you get to spend more time with the characters. All-time favorite character. Reepicheep from Chronicles of Narnia. You guys already know. What is your favorite book quote of all time? Okay guys, I have multiple of these. One that's in my phone case from Renegades, one cannot be brave who has no fear. I really like that one. But I also really like the quote from Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, which says, soldiers don't get to go where they want to, they go where they're needed. I really like that quote too. Ooh, this is tea. In Hunger Games, which one of Katniss's choices do you disagree with most? Definitely who she chose to marry. I'm still so salty about that. Favorite book? Yeah, okay. If you've watched my channel, just based on Reepicheep being my favorite character, that leads up to my favorite book, which is Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis. I love that book so much. I would die for that book. Saddest death in Harry Potter. Okay, if you don't want to get spoiled, then go down to this time, okay? Hey, saddest death in Harry Potter, definitely hands down Dobby. Like, oh my gosh, I cry every time I watch the movie and he dies. Like, don't even argue with me on this one. Do you think there should be another book about Maze Runner, but with different characters? Ooh. Maze Runner is a really cool story. It's a super cool concept. I think you could rewrite that story over and over again and it won't ever get boring. So sure. If you could choose for Edward to become human with Bella, would you? Or would you rather him stay a vampire? If he turned into a human, I feel like the tables are completely turned then. I would totally be okay with him becoming human. Actually, I feel like I would rather him be human than a vampire. Ooh, this is a good question. What is your ideal book? Well, I feel like my ideal book would be fantasy. It would have a plot twist somewhere. It would probably most likely have multiple plot twists, if I'm being honest with myself. It would have a love triangle, and then the love triangle would end with the main character being with their best friend. And then it probably would have talking animals. That's probably where the fantasy element would come from. There would probably be mystery in it because I love mystery. I love biblical allusions. I love metaphors, similes. I love poetic writing. All of those in a book would probably make my ideal book. What book do you wish you could unread? Is it sad that I have an answer for this one? I would definitely unread Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. If I'm being completely honest with you, it's probably the most pointless book I've ever read in my life. Who is the most awkward fictional couple? Oh my gosh. Most likely Ron and Hermione from Harry Potter. I love them so much, don't get me wrong. They are so awkward, and like that's what makes them cute, I feel like. Honestly, I feel like the cutest couples out there are the awkward ones because it really shows you that they're super real, you know? So I love Ron and Hermione, and they are so freaking awkward, but they are so freaking gorgeous together, and I approve all the time. Was there ever a time you thought the movie was better than the book? Definitely yes. Automatically I think of Stephen King's Pet Sematary. The movie was so much better than the book. In my opinion. In my opinion. I need to ask someone something before I ask this question out loud. Hi.
Hi.
I'm filming right now. Am I allowed to say your last name? You asked it in the question.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Go for it? Cool, that's all I needed to know. Bye. Okay, now I can actually ask the question. If you've seen my last video, which was my book boyfriend wars, you would know that Adrian Everhart won, and that's Renegades. He's from Renegades, okay? And one of my best friends is also named Adrian. So he basically asked Adrian Alcaraz or Adrian Everhart. Probably the one that's actually real. So Adrian Alcaraz. Ooh, I really like this question. What book character do you think embodies your personality the most? I would definitely say Anne of Green Gables. As I was reading that book, I literally felt like I was her. Like everything about her was me. A lot of the things she deals with and struggles with are a lot of my same struggles too. So I really felt her. Oh gosh, my mom asked this question, so I already know it's going to expose me. Out of all the evil villains you love, which one is the most evil? I feel like I need to give some background information on this one too. So I really like villains, and I love characters that are villainous and evil. I don't know why, like I promise that I'm not evil, okay? I feel like the villains are a lot more diverse. With heroes, authors, all they have to do is think, okay, why is this hero the hero? And most of the time the answer is not super complex. It's like, oh, it's just because it's the right thing to do. But when it comes to villains, the author has to ask themselves, okay, why is the villain this way? And then that is where they come up with this huge complex scenario. The most evil villain that for some reason I really like, I don't know why I like him either. Like, that's what is awful, because he's such a horrible person and I don't know why I like him, but I just do. And that is Sebastian Morgenstern from The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. Honestly, I hated him while I was reading, but then after I finished the series, I thought to myself, wow, like this guy, I kind of like this guy, and I really don't know why I kind of like this guy. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for sticking with me. I love you guys so much. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will definitely see you next time.